All right, buddy. About to get going on the way from Duty Noble Field. Here we go. Mississippi State and Southern about to get going on a Tuesday night in Starkville, Mississippi. Southern University. The Southern University Jaguars. Batting order: KJ Wright, uh, Cardell Thibodeau, uh, Tad Bates, Jalen Mack, Cameron Bard, Michael Landis or something. All right. And for Mississippi State, on the mound for Mississippi State is freshman Ryan McPherson, 6'3", 205 pounds, from Hollywood, Florida. 3-0 record, 2.61 ERA, 20 and 2/3 innings pitched, 0.97 whip, and 32 strikeouts and 8 walks. So really good for Mississippi State so far. But I hope about to get going. About to get going. Here's a pitch, and it's foul. 0-1. Foul away. 0-1. Foul. 0-2. Foul. 0-2. Here's a pitch. That's foul. Still 0-2. Still 0-2. Here's a pitch. And strike. Is that a strikeout? Yes, one down. Strike out. One down. Strike on one. Here's a pitch. Inside, 1-1. Down low, 2-0. Wait, never mind, 2-0. Excuse me, 2-0. Outside 3-0. Swing and a miss. 3-2. And swing and a miss. 2 down. Good start to Ryan McPherson. Good start to Ryan McPherson. Oh, 1 count. Oh, 1 count. Foul on 2. Oh, 2 count. Just outside 1-2. 1-2. Swing, get a miss. And that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down with 3 strikeouts. We headed the bottom of the first. Mississippi State coming up. All right. Bulldogs batting order. Greg Fry, Sarter Reeves, Noah Sullivan, Hunter Hines, Bryce Chance, Gatlin Sanders, Aaron Downs, Michael O'Brien, and Ross Highfield. And Southern's pitcher is Jeremiah Newman. He's a junior, 0-2 record, 19.29 ERA, 91 thirds, innings pitched, 4.29 whip, and eight strikeouts to 21 walks. So definitely need to get to him right here. He's not that don't look like he's that good. So gotta get to him right here. All right. Greg Fry stands in the batter box. About to get underway here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a strike on 1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a outside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike for Greg Fry. That's going to be foul, 2-2. Up high, 3-2. Full count. Full count. That's going to be hit. Base hit for Greg Fry. Leadoff single. That's how you get it started. That's how you get it started. Leadoff single through the right side. Sawyer Reeves is up. Batting in the 2-hole. Here's the pitch. It's going to be low. Ball 1. And the runner didn't go. Got past the catcher. The runner didn't go. 1-0 count. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low. 2-0. 2-0. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Sawyer Reeves, a senior from South Carolina. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low. 3-0. 3-0. That's going to be ball 4. Ball 4 for Sawyer Reeves. Runners at first and second with no outs. Let's see if we can put something together here, right? Let's see if we can put something together right here. Noah Sullivan is up with a chance to drive in the first run of the game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ball down low. 1-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be strike. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down low. 3-1. This is not a good team. 3-1 count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be outside. Bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. That's going to be strike. 0-1. Hunter Hines is up with the bases loaded. 0-1 count to Hunter Hines. Here's a pitch. That's going to get past the catcher, and the runner is going to come in to score. 1-0, Mississippi State. The ball got past the catcher. It was down low. The ball got past the catcher, and the runner comes in to score for Mississippi State. 1-0, Dolls. 1-1 count. Down low, 2-1. Good job of not swinging at bad pitches. 2-1 count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit, and that's going to be fair. It's going to hit off the wall, and 2 runs are going to come in to score, and that's going to be a double for Hunter Hines. 3-0, Mississippi State. 3-0, Mississippi State. It hit off the wall, not the outfield wall, but that got past the first base line and hit off the Pearl River Resort wall, and 2 runs will come in to score. 3-0, Mississippi State. An RBI double, 2 RBI double for Hunter Hines. Bryce Chance is up. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit or bunt. It's going to be fielded by safe. It's going to be fielded by the third baseman, but not in time. Bryce Chance beat out the bunt. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Man. Let's go. Yeah. Safe. He beat it. He beat it. He beat it. He beat it. Runners at the corners for Mississippi State. Yeah. Runners at the corners. He definitely beat it. The ball's not in his glove. He definitely beat it. The ball is not in his glove. He definitely beat it. The ball is not in his glove. Well, I don't know why we're reviewing this. I don't know why we are reviewing this. The ball is definitely not in his glove, and his foot is on the bag. He beat it, y'all. He beat it. We didn't have to review this. That was a terrible review. Terrible challenge, bro. So runners at the corners with nobody out. Gatlin Sanders is up. Gatlin Sanders is up. looking at a chance to bunt, and Hunter Hines is going to steal, and he's in there. No, that's Bryce Chance. Excuse me. That's Bryce Chance. Bryce Chance still second, and he beat it. And it was inside, kind of. It was inside. 1-0 count to Gatlin Sanders. That's going to be a strike, 1-1. Yeah. 1-1 count. From Madison, Mississippi. A junior. Here's a pitch. It's going to be outside. 3-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1 count to Gatlin Sanders. Here's a pitch. That's going to be foul. 2-2. 2-2. 389 batting average with runners in scoring position this season. 2-2 count to Gatlin Sanders. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit. Base hit up the middle. It's going to score 2 more runs for Mississippi State. 5-0 Bulldogs. Yeah. 5-0 Bulldogs. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. 5-0 Mississippi State. Let's go. Oh, baby. 5-0 Bulldogs. And the ball gets past the first baseman, and Gatlin Sanders will move up to second. Yeah. Let's go, baby. 5-0 Mississippi State. And we're going to have a mound visit. Yeah. Mound visit. All right. Aaron Downs is up for Mississippi State. I think. Aaron Downs is up for Mississippi State. Yeah, Aaron Downs is up. Aaron Downs is up. Here's a pitch. And that's going to get past. That's going to be inside. Got past to the catcher. And Sanders will move up to third. 1-0 count to Aaron Downs. 1-0 count to Aaron Downs. Here's a pitch. That's going to be up high, 2-0. Two-0 count. That's going to be hit and going to be caught by the shortstop. 1 down. That was a good hit. That was a good blooper, but he got back there and called it. 1 down for Michael O'Brien. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ball. That's going to be down low, 1-0. Down low, 1-0. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit to second. Throw it to first. 2 down, but the runner will come in to score. 6-0 Mississippi State. 6-0 Mississippi State. Ross Highfield is up. Here's a pitch. It's going to be outside. 1-0. Here's a pitch. That's going to be strike. 1-1. Caught the inside part of the plate, I think. 1-1 count. Here's a pitch. Strike. 1-2. 1-2 count to Ross Highfield. Swing, strike 3 looking. We'll head to the top of the second. 6-0 Mississippi State. All right. What up, Hell State? Hell State. All right, top of the second, Mississippi State's leading 6-0 over the Southern University Jaguars. Ryan McPherson is back out there on the mound to start the second. How you doing, Special K? How you doing, Special K? Here's the pitch. Up high, 1-0. Man, I'm doing good. I'm blessed. 1-0 count. That's gonna be foul. 1-1. I'm doing pretty good. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. And the right fielder, Bryce Chance, makes the catch. One down. I'm doing pretty good. The good Lord continues to bless me. One out here in the top of the second. Here's a pitch. Strike. 0-1. Swing and miss on 2. No, I'm not. 0-2 count. I'm not. Here's the pitch. Did he go? He did not. Yeah, he did. 2 down. No, I'm going up. I'm going up to start full. That's gonna be hit and foul. 0-1. No, everybody, that's not. He didn't get out. 1-2. I'm going up to start full. To the baseball game in about two weeks. Whenever they play Kentucky. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch outside. 2-2. But unfortunately, no. It's not live stream. They're not gonna televise it either. So, guess I'll just have to. Here's a pitch. That's gonna be hit. Hit the short. Throw it to first. In time. 2 down. I guess I'll just have to keep up with it. One way or another. But hopefully they'll be good, pretty good this year. That's gonna be outside. Want to know? But we'll see. Strike 1-1. Baseball needs to pick it up. There's a pitch down low, 2-1. Baseball needs to pick it up. They're struggling this year. That's yeah, you're ahead of mine. You're ahead of mine. So it just happened. Yeah, solo home run by Michael Latilis or whatever his name is, 6-1. Yeah. Dang, I was wanting a no hitter, but Southern gets on the board 6-1. But man. Have you been up to Starkville? Are you going to the spring game? Strike 0-1. To count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 looking. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Southern gets on the board 6-1. Mississippi State. Yes, I plan on going to the spring game. Well, you might have to tell me about it because it's not going. They ain't going to live stream it. I'm looking to see how the offense does. the quarterback got to stay healthy. Blake Shapen has to stay healthy, and we'll see what the wide receiver does. Because most of them are pretty new, so. And the defense is always concerning. So, but we'll see. You know, I think State could get to. I think State could get to 6 wins and make a bowl game. Yeah, last year it was just a complete wreck. They just wasn't good last year. All right, Greg Fry's up. Here's a pitch. Foul 0-1. Yeah, I mean we'll see. I think that the defense will be a little bit better because they got some decent players on the defensive side, especially the defensive line. I think. Here's a pitch. Inside 1-1. So, but yeah, it's always something. It's always a problem on defense. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-1. Especially with our defensive coordinator, man. You gotta let him go. But I don't think they're going to. 2-1 count. Here's a pitch. That's gonna be hit and base hit. Right center, the outfielder bobbles it, and that allows Greg Fry to get to second. 2 out, a double for Greg Fry. But yeah, I need to go to some football games too. I went last year for the first game. Sorry, Reeves is up. Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. Down low, 1-1. Have you been to any baseball games this season? You been in any baseball games? 1-1 count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get through. That's going to get through the left side. Runners at the corners. No outs. I'm going like, I think I'm going like 2 weeks. So I'm going like in 2 weeks. Runners at the corners with no outs. Noah Sullivan is up. Here's a pitch. That's inside, and the steal's coming. And safe. Sorry, Reeves steals second. Runners at third and second. Third and second with no outs. Yeah, here's a pitch. Down low, 2-0. Yeah, they're starting to pick it up. They're starting to pick it up. That Alabama series was huge. 2-0 count to Noah Sullivan. Runners in scoring position. Here's a pitch. Down outside, 3-0. Yeah, I'm going about 2 or 3 weeks to the Kentucky game, to the Saturday game for the Kentucky series. 3-0 count, but we'll see. Here's a pitch. Strike, 3-1. But yeah, they're starting to figure it out. 3-1 count to Noah Sullivan. Here's a pitch. That's going to be ball 4. Down low. Bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. Hunter Hines has a chance to put up some more runs. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit and popped up to, who has it? The right fielder catches it, and the runner's going to come in to score 7-1 Mississippi State. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I'll do football. I'll do a video on it. And break it all down, and who I think we should win and lose, So I'll do a video on it. I've been doing a lot, man. I've been with the basketball portal and stuff, baseball. Eventually I'll get into some football stuff. Here's a pitch. Inside, 1-0. But yeah. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll put it out tomorrow. Here's a pitch. Outside. 2-0. Two-0 count. Here's a pitch. Strike. 3-1. 2-1. 2-1. Here's a pitch. That's going to be outside. The runner's going to steal, and it's out. 2 down. Man. The runner gets thrown out at second. 2 down with a runner at third. Man. Three-one count. Here's a pitch. Ball 4. Bryce Chance reaches on the walk. Runners at. Wait. I guess that runner came in to score whenever he threw it from second. So 8-1. Mississippi State. Gatlin Sanders is up. We about made it to the order again here in the second. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. How many wins do you think Mississippi State will get in football? Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit and base hit. Bryce Chance will go to third. And he's going to come home. Is he going to get there? He does. 9-1 Mississippi State. The center fielder couldn't handle it, bobbled it, and that allowed Bryce Chance to come around to score. 9-1 Mississippi State. He got past the center fielder, and that allowed the runner to come in to score. Michael O'Brien is up with the runner in scoring position at second. Aaron Downs. Aaron Downs. Here's a pitch. Ball outside. Win a note. I think State can get to 6. I think they can find a way to get to 6 win. Here's a pitch. Strike, 1-1. One count for Aaron Downs. Here's a pitch. Strike, 1-2. 1-2. Here's a pitch. That's going to get past the catcher. Yeah, they got at least 4 they can win for sure. They'll beat Southern. They'll beat, hopefully, Arizona State. They'll beat Alcorn State and Northern Illinois. So 4 games in there. 2-2 count. Runner moves up to third. Here's the pitch. That's going to hit him. That's going to hit him. Aaron Downs will head to first. Runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Yeah, we'll see. And that's going to probably do it for the starter. Yep. They're going to make a pitching change. They'll make a pitching change. This Southern team is not good at all. This Southern team is not good at all. All right, Caden Stewart, the freshman out of Douglasville, Georgia, 5'10", 160 pounds, 1-0 record, 15.32 ERA, 12 and 1/3 innings pitched, 19 hits, 11 strikeouts, 17 walks. 12 and 1/3 innings pitched. Michael O'Brien's up. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a foul. 0-1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And the runner's going to steal, and he gets there in time. Runner's at third and second. Down low, 2-1. If y'all new here, hit the subscribe button. If y'all new, hit the subscribe button. 2-1 count. We talk a lot of Mississippi State sports. Here's the pitch. Strike, 2-2. 2-2 count to Michael O'Brien. Up high, 3-2. And the foul? No, that's going to end the inning. What kind of swing was that? We'll head to the top of the third, 9-1 Mississippi State. Why don't you swing at that? That was a terrible pitch to swing at. We're gonna go live. We're gonna go live after this game to recap the Mississippi State. To recap this game, we'll go live after this to recap the Mississippi State game. That's the plan, anyway. Duke Stone is the new Mississippi State pitcher, freshman out of Uvalde, Georgia. No record, 3.38 RA, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. So whenever he got in there, he's done a really good job. So we'll see what he can do today. All right, here we go. Duke Stone on the mound. Top of the third. Here's the pitch. Up high, 1-0. Draw me from the darkness into glorious light. Jacoby Radcliffe is up for Southern. That's going to be strike with a 1. Down low, 2-1. Strike, 2-2. Two count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be foul. Still 2-2. Here's a pitch. Inside, 3-2. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit to right and gone. A solo home run for Radcliffe. 9-2, Mississippi State. Oh, 1 count. Strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Oh and 2. That's going to be hit to second. He's going to get there in time. No, he couldn't handle it. Infield single for Southern. And it's going to be a pie. 1-0. Here's a pitch. Strike, 1-1. Throw back the first. Not in time. Man, he got back there in time. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit to the pitcher and throw it and to first. Got him. One down. Runner moves up to second. Here's a pitch. Strike on one. Here's a pitch. Down low. 1-1. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. That's going to be down low. 2-2. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit and foul. We'll do it again. Two count. Here's a pitch. Up high. 3-2. Three-two count. Here's a pitch. Outside. Ball 4. A mound visit. A mound visit.
Hey there, my name is Dallas Jenkins, and I am the creator of The Chosen, a multi-season series about the life of Jesus. And I've got the verse of the day for this third day of our Holy Week series here in the Bible app. Matthew 21:13. It is written, Jesus said to them, my house will be called a house of prayer, but you are making it a den of robbers. He's talking to the merchants and religious.
Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-0. Here's a pitch. Foul, 1-1. That's going to be foul, 1-2. Here's a pitch. Up inside. 2-2. That's going to be foul. Still 2-2. Two count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit to right center. Caught by Aaron Downs. The runner will tag up and head to third. Runners at the corners with 2 down. We'll say right field.
My name is Dallas Jenkins, and I am the creator.
Here's the pitch. Foul on 1. Here's the pitch. Up high. 1-1. Hold on. Let me get this light on. Here's the pitch. The runner is going, and he's in there. That was a strike, I think. 1-2. One, two count. Here in the top of the third. Here's a pitch. Swing, you get a miss. Go throw it down the first. And that's going to retire the side. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Mississippi State, 9-2.
Spot. Chapman drives into the alley in left center. This will get all the way to the wall.
How y'all doing? All right, new, another same picture. All right. Ross Highfield's up. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. That's gonna be hit, and right fielder going, left fielder going back, makes a catch, one down. Back at the top, up back. The top of the order is back up. Greg Fry's up. Here's a pitch. Inside, down low. 1-0. That's gonna be foul. 1-1. Foul. 1-2. Here's a pitch. Up high. 2-2. Here's a pitch. And that's gonna hit him. Went out walk for Greg Fry. Went out walk for Greg Fry. Star raises up. Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. Inside. 1-1. Here's a pitch. Swing and miss. 1-2. Outside. 2-2. Two count. Up high. 3-2. Here's a pitch. Inside, ball 4. Runners on first and second with 1 down. We'll be setting up at the very top in about 2 or 3 weeks. Steven Spiletta is up for Mississippi State. Here's a pitch. And that's crushed. Right field gone. 3-run home run for Steven Spiletta. 12-2 Mississippi State. Wow. Wow. Happy for the kid, man. Doesn't play a lot. Let's go. Wow. That's going to do it for the Southern pitcher. 12-3 Mississippi State. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, but- 12-2 Mississippi State. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Mm. New pitcher for Genesis Prosper, sophomore, 0-2 record, 10.17 ERA, 23 innings, 38 hits, 17 strikeouts, 17 walks. I'm about to take it's probably about to be a run rule. Hunter Hines is up. Here's a pitch. Inside, 1-0. Foul, 1-1. Hunter Hines is chasing history. Here's a pitch. Down low, 2-1. Swing it and miss. 2 down. Strike. 0-1. Down low, 1-1. Two and one. Three and one. Strike. 3-2. Ball. Wow. Ball. 2-out walk for Bryce Chance. Here's a pitch. Ball. 1-0. A pitch hitter is up. A pitch hitter is up for Mississippi State. Forgot his name. Here's a pitch. Foul. 0-2. Or 1-1. Or 0-1. Butner's up for Butner's up for Mississippi State. Here's a pitch. Strike. 1-2. One and two. Here's a pitch. Down low. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. And Bryce Trent is coming around to score from first. 13 to 2. Mississippi State. Man. Come all the way around from first. Aaron Downs is up. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit. Too short. Step on the bag. Toss to second. We'll head, and that will end the inning. But Mississippi State tacks on a couple more runs. 13 to 2, heading to the fourth. All right, guys. I'll be right back. Give me about. I gotta take a bath. Give me about 5 minutes or 5 minutes, somewhere around there, and I'll be right back. So after this game, we'll probably do a live stream to, we'll probably do a live stream to recap this game and talk about something else. And you can add your questions on, comment down below. But I will be right back. Give me about 5 minutes or so. But Jacob Pruitt is on the mound for Mississippi State. But give me about 5 minutes, okay? You know what? I'll do it later. So Jacob Pruitt comes in for relief. In relief for Duke Stone. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. It looked like 1-0. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit through second. Throw it to first. 1 down. That's going to be popped up. Third baseman Garrett Fry has it 2 down. After this, I'll be after this inning. Well, I guess I'll watch State Bat one more time. Here's a pitch. After this, I'll be right back, all right? I'm about to go take a top in the bath real quick. Ball, 2-0. Strike, 2-1. Ball, 3-1. Ball 4. Strike on 1. Ball, 1-1. Here's a pitch. Strike, 1-2. Therese Carr. Tar. What tar? Carr mean what? 2-2 count. Yeah, Terry Carr. Pitch hitting. That's going to be hit to short, throw it to first, and that's going to retire the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Mississippi State 13-2. I'll just wait to end this inning. All right, here's a pitch. Strike on one. Michael O'Brien is up. That's going to be hit to third. Throw it to first. Ooh, close, but one down. New pitcher is coming on for Southern. All right, new pitcher Malachi Abdul. 0-1 record, 33.36 ERA, 5 2/3 innings pitched. Here's a pitch. Inside, 1-0. Ross Highfield is up for Mississippi State. Outside, 2-0. Strike, 2-1. Strike, 2-2. That's going to be foul. Still 2-2. Foul again. Well, still 2-2. Still 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Inside. 1-0. Garrett Fry's up. Outside. 2-0. That's be foul. 2-1. That's going to be hit. Oh. Hit the first. Steps on the back and looks like Greg Fry's got banged up. Man, that's not good. But that's going to end the inning. We'll head to the top of the fifth. 13-2, Mississippi State. I'll be right back. Give me about 5 minutes or so. Be right back. Oh, I didn't even mean to start a timer. Oh. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see what happened. All right, so Steven Spaletta, um, I think, is up. Steven Spaletta. No. Dylan Cup is up at the plate. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Here's a pitch. Ball down low. 1-1. Here's a pitch. Strike. 2-1. Hit the short, throw it to first, and he dropped it. Dylan Cup is safe. Dylan Cup is safe. Jake got a hit. Steven Spaletta is up. Here's a pitch. Foul. 0-1. That's going to be hit and base hit for Steven Spaletta. Runners at the corners with no out. Swing and miss. 0-1. Swing and miss. Oh and 2. Here's the pitch. It's going to be hit to second. Toss to throw it to first. And a run comes in to score. 1 down. 14-2. Mississippi State. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Reese Stallman is up. Reese Stallman is at the plate. Down low, 1-1. Foul. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. That's going to be foul. Still 2-2. Swing and miss. 2 down. Oh. That's going to be popped up. And that third baseman calls it and catches it. He catches it. We'll head to the top of the 6th, 14-2. Mississippi State. Have fun with Keisha Murphy. Dane Burns comes back out in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. The short, top, the first, 1 down. Yeah. Get Calvary. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-1. 1-2. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Foul. 2-1. That's going to be hit to second, throw it to first, 2 down. Pitch and change. Pitch and change. Kevin Mennel will come in for Mississippi State with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
Make this one simple change. Filling out your FAFSA to cut your EFC SAI in half.
I was a fan.
From the far side of the chasm, you held me in your sight. So you made a way across the great divide. Left behind heaven's throne to build it here inside. And then at the cross, you paid the debt I owed. Broke my chains, freed my soul. For the first time thank you, Jesus, for the blood. Thank you, Jesus.
New pitcher is Kevin Mennel. 6 appearance of the season, 2-0 record, 0.93 ERA, 9 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 12 strikeouts, 3 walks. So, pretty good. Pretty good. Here's the pitch. Strike. 0-1. Okay. My. Here's the pitch. Strike. 0-2. You took my place. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. There you go. Yep. That's going to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. 14-2, Mississippi State. Downs, O'Brien, and Highfield are due up. Yes, that's no stain. And you to my place. Done. Life has no end. I've been transformed by the blood of the Lamb. Thank you, Jesus, for the blood that's right. Thank you, Jesus, who has washed me white. Thank you, Jesus, you have set my hand from me from the darkness to glorious light. Alright, we go. Thanks to the Congress in my word inside with the blood. Yeah, blood. All right, here we go. Here's a pitch. Strike or one. Here's a pitch. Outside, 1-1. Here's a pitch. Ball, 2-0. Down low, 2-0, 2-1. Landis Davila. Landis Davila will pitch it for Mississippi State. Here's a pitch. Went around, 2-2. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 down. Jesus. Michael O'Brien's up. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Here's a pitch. Up high. 1-1. Thank you, Jesus, for the blood. Thank you, Jesus. You have washed me white. Outside, 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Three-one count. Here's a pitch. Outside, ball 4. Lead off, 1 out, walk for Michael O'Brien. Ross Highfield is up with 1 out and the runner on first. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. That looked like a good pitch to hit. He's over 3 with 2 strikeouts. That's going to be foul. 0-2. Here's a pitch. Up high, 1-2. That's going to be a hit to the pitcher. Throw it to first. 2 down. Hit back to the pitcher. Nate Chester's up. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Nate Chester's up from Kansas City, Missouri, a senior. Coming into pitch hit. Here's a pitch. Ball down low, 1-1. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One, 2 count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be inside, 2-2. Two count. Here's a pitch. Outside, 3-2. So, Mississippi State's upcoming schedule. Florida this weekend. Next week in the Governor's Cup against Ole Miss. Look back the first. So, a pitch violation. Runners at first and second. Runners at first and second. Dylan Cup is up. Outside. 1-0. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Here's a pitch. That's going to be foul. 1-2. That's going to be time. Here's a pitch. Inside, 2-2. Inside, 3-2. Here's the pitch. Foul. Still 3-2. Thank you, Jesus, for the blood, the blood. Thank you, Jesus, you have won. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get down. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs is going to score. 2 out. 2 out. 2-run RBI for Dylan Cup. Hell State, baby. Hell State. Oh. Wow. Let's go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. Are they going to change pitchers? Yeah. New pitcher is coming in for Southern. Change. New pitcher coming in for Southern. Cheers. Be right back. Be right back. Thank you, Jesus, for blood, the blood. Thank you, Jesus. You have won me by. Thank you, Jesus, for the blood. All right, we're back. So, 1-2 count to Stephen Polita. Here's a pitch. Outside. 2-2. Cato Leary. Oh, outside. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Looking. We'll head to the top of the 7th. 16-2. Mississippi State. Thank you, Jesus, for the blood applied. Thank you, Jesus, you have washed me white. Thank you, Jesus, have saved my life. What up, everybody? Brought me from the darkness into glorious light. There is nothing stronger of the mighty work, power of the blood, the blood. You call us sons and daughters. You are ransomed by your Father, trampled from the blood. All right, Cato Leary, freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee, 6'4", 190 pounds. It's coming in the game to try to close it out. Second appearance. No record, no ERA, 0.0 ERA, 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 0 walks. So not a lot of appearances for Cato Leary. He's coming in to try to close it out and give Mississippi State the win. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Throw me from the darkness into glorious light. 0-2 count. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 down. Swing and a miss. 1 down. 2 more outs. Let's finish this. 2 more outs. Let's finish. There is nothing stronger of the mighty. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. 0-1 count. To Southern. Strike 0-2. I think he went around. Here's the pitch. Ball. 2-1. A little outside. Two one count. Here's the pitch. Strike. 2-1. 2-2. Two count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. 2 down. One more out. I think it was a strike 3 looking. One, 2 down. One more out. And Mississippi State wins the game. Mississippi State gets out of here with the win. Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-0. Here's a pitch. Strike. 1-1. Okay. 1-1 count. Here's a pitch. Inside. Got past the catcher. 2-1. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. One more pitch. One more strike. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit to first. Hunter Hines steps on the bag, and that's the ball game. Mississippi State gets the win. Improves to 23-14 on the season. 16-2 is the final. Mississippi State had 11 hits. Southern had 3. But thank you guys. God bless. Jesus saves. Catch you next time. Hail State.